Hello everybody, and welcome to a video style I haven't done in a long time. At least I don't think I have. Uh, just me doing a little bit of Photoshop. It's been a while since I did a Photoshop tutorial, and it's been a while. Okay, watch I get copyright for that, but yeah, using these things, format is simple. I am just talking to myself during a tutorial of Photoshop, which are not really tutorials. It's more like you're just seeing my process and I don't really explain anything. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But this is a piece I'm doing for a friend of mine. Um, those are Digimon, but custom made Digimon. Yeah. And just edited them to put on some pieces, or whatever. Yeah. uh you saw a time skip just there because I don't record everything. I forget sometimes. I was distracted this day. It was a Super Bowl and I was watching a lot of commercials. But yeah, as you can notice, my processor, I'm just getting rid of all the white, because even if you use the magic wand tool, it doesn't get rid of all the background. Sometimes you gotta go in there to tweak it a little bit. I mean, there are other ways to do it. Like you could use color range, but that would select all the white, depending on I guess the tolerance. And then I have my ways. There's more than one way to do things in Photoshop, and that's what I love about Photoshop. And if you hear like a humming sound, it is my laptop screaming at me. So yeah. I say the hardest part about this piece was the placement of where to put each Digimon, because they're all different sizes. So therefore, they don't match. You would think the two little ones there would, but they're different, all different sizes and different. Like one's more landscape, one's more a portrait, one's more square, one's more rectangular. So and one of the interesting things I ever learned in when I was doing any kind of art is just that just because something is in the middle doesn't make it look proportional. Sometimes there might be more to the right than the left, so you have to maybe kind of adjust it accordingly to make it look more balanced. Like if something's more heavy on the right, you might have to slide it more to the left to make it look more proportion to the middle part. So that is a interesting tidbit for a lot of you people out there. You know what? I can give some advice in these things. The background, I decided to use some kind of like very kind of digital like web type thing. Because Digimon, they're in the digital world. Then I decided I have this thing I like doing. I like giving things outlines and to make it pop. It's one of the techniques that I learned quite a few years back, and I use it for almost everything. I just like giving something an outline. I also like making duplicates and like giving things like drop shadows and stuff like that. Like, and I played around with this for quite a while, and yeah, it's something I don't know. I just like making something pop like that. It's a technique that I incorporate a lot in a lot of my pieces nowadays, that I do personally for myself, and some of my friends and loved ones, and anyone who I like and care enough to make something for. You know who people are. But yeah, for I decided to give the smaller Digimon like a pink one. I don't know. I think the bigger ones needed a different color, more menacing color like that. It's like a magenta. It's like a dark magenta, or I don't know how to describe that color. Burgundy. It's like a dark red pink. I wouldn't call it crimson. Like a magenta almost. No, I don't know. You can see the color. You can determine yourself. I just thought that the higher evolution Digimon needed something different. Now deciding on how to make the drop shadow, ooh, that was something. I kind of like the shadow, like like a light was heading towards them, but then the hardest part about that was each making like finding the light source within like the imaginary light source within the picture. Each one of them would have a different one, and so I decided to kind of make it a little more like a metaphoric drop shadow. I guess that's the way I can do it. But yeah, my thought process isn't always the I wing a lot of things, and I think a lot of people do. They say you gotta fake it till you make it. I mean, I guess I've made it within the graphics world, but God, there's just always so many choices you can do. Maybe I should do the Illustrator one. I've been learning Illustrator. For any people who care, Illustrator. I didn't do a tutorial on my Illustrator thing. I did. I made this giant piece. It looks. It's a giant pizza. I made a giant pizza. Yeah, in Illustrator. That's my first project. I added other things to it later, but only a few people know what the other thing I added to it. Like 3 people know what I added to that, and you guys are special. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I always record these laying in my bed, and I wish I had a desk. I've been cleaning my room to make room for a actual office desk, but it's every time I gotta record, people gotta be making noise outside my room. Jeez Louise. Um, you hear that? You hear the door slamming? If you don't, then well, ignore that. What I just said. Oh my gosh. Shut the front door. Jeez Louise, but not loud. Um. Anyways, back to my regularly scheduled program. What the hell was I saying? God, it's hot in here. So when I'm recording these, I gotta turn my fan off because I don't want any like noise to hit my mic. I'm recording it in my bed because I don't really have a desk. I've been trying to get one in my room, but that has been a process. Cleaning my room, cleaning out my closet, and making room for a bunch of other stuff. It's been a process, and I've been very depressed to be doing any of it. You know those modes where like you're depressed because you're not motivated, but you're not motivated because you're depressed, and just haven't found the right time to break out of that cycle. Um, I'm gonna like, never mind. I'm not gonna complain about outside noises. You probably won't even hear them, hopefully. But anyways, so yes, beam of light. It's one of these techniques that I've always seen and I never really utilized. But like adding like a beam of light, and it's much easier than like I thought it was. You just add a single color, and then you add a fade outline to it, and you make a kind of almost beam of like laser, like a lightsaber almost. And I love the effect. I wanted it to the Digimon to because like Digimon they can I'm sure people know what Digimon is, and if you don't, then well, come on, who you gotta like I know Pokemon's popular and everything, but like some of you gotta a majority of the population gotta know what Digimon is. Anyways, you Digi evolve and then they can de evolution of evolution. They can go back and forth, not like Pokemon or whatever. So I wanted the lasers or beams to kind of connect. Like saying that like they're all connected in some way because the different evolutions of this particular Digimon, so that they all connect somehow. And like the main laser kind of focuses to like the middle one because that was my friend's like kind of the first one I believe was designed. Oh my God, who's making? Sorry, I've been frustrated lately, and it's just I want to make this video, and I'm complaining right now, and I don't want to, but I am sorry. Like who? No one ever talks. Never mind. Anyways, back to my. I'm gonna explain what I'm explaining. So yes, I wanted them all to connect somehow, and I thought the colors. I think the colors looked out really good. Um, you know, I thought they looked nice. The blues and the kind of like pinkish redishes. I think they look really good. Funny enough, I didn't realize this, but I wanted to make this actually portrait instead of landscape, but I messed up. And when I tried to change it landscape portrait, I bet it was much harder than actually it seemed to be because I'd have to like move things, and I didn't want to do that. And overall, I kind of like it like that. Also, this thing is kind of webby, the beams, because they're like little bug Digimon, so remind me of spiders or like silkworms or. And that's a beetle or one of the See, like yeah, I try to move it, but I have my little things of why I did them, but it's hard to explain all of it. And my laptop's about to die, so I should stop recording as it shows in the corner there. But yeah, bye.